Okay, so you're going to see these new equations, these new type of equations are going to be something different. Solve by completing the square. We already learned that. What are you talking about? Solve by completing the square. Well, it's not really going to tell you that. It's just going to say solve. But I'm telling you that you're going to apply the same concept, this that we've learned, that you're sharp with now, for these new problems today. So let me go ahead and put a problem up there. And we're just going to jump in the water here. Here we go. Number 1. 6x squared minus 12x minus 18 equals 0. Okay, so like I said, we've already learned completing the square. We've already learned that. Anybody can look at this equation and tell me what's new about it? The x, this one?
X squared.
This x squared should not have a number like that. It should have a 1. It should just be like x squared. You don't want a number right there in front of the x squared. Yes, this is the part that's correct. Having this number here, this is what's new. That's the part that's new. That wasn't true before. We can't have that number there. We got to do something to work with it. Yes, Adrian?
All the numbers are divisible by 6.
That's true for this problem, number 1. That is true for this problem, but that's not going to be true for the other problems. Yeah, I can tell you, you can divide everything by 6. That's true. But we're just going to do it the other way. Pretend this was not an 18. Pretend that was a 17 or something. See, it wouldn't work. But you're right. That's a good observation. Okay, so what do you think we're going to do first? Well, kind of like the same as before. Aren't we going to keep the x squared and the x on one side? And move the negative 18 to this side, and it's going to be positive 18? Yeah, you know that already. Yeah. So we want the x squared and we want to keep this here. And then move the number to the other side. Okay, that's not new. Now, you don't want this to be a 6. We don't want a 6. We don't want this here. We just want x squared. Anybody know what you have to do? Huh? No. You can. For some problems, it'll work out easier, but for the other problems, it's going to be a big sloppy mess, and you're going to be working with fractions, and you don't want that. Yes, very good. You factor it out. You factor it out. Factor out a 6. See, if I factor out a 6 from the 6x squared and the minus 12x, what's left in here? X squared. See, that's how you get the x squared by itself. See, I'm pulling the 6 out, and it's going to be factored out. What's left in here? Oh, shoot, I was going to write 12. I was already going to mess up too. No. Wow, I was already dropping the ball. Yeah, see, I can't put 12. I wasn't already write 12. Oh, no. If I factored out a 6 here, I got to factor out a 6 here. So what should be the new number here? 2. You guys agree? Because 6 times x squared is 6x squared, and 6 times negative 2 is the negative 12. Okay. It's still 6x squared minus 12x, but I factored out the 6 to the front. You guys agree? Okay, now that I have this alone with just x squared, now I can complete the square here. Now I can complete the square right here. That's not new. You already know that. So I'm gonna make a little bit of room though, because it's let me copy it over. Everybody agree I need to add something here? Everybody agree I need to add a number here? And I still have the 18 over here. So that's a negative 2. So what I gotta have to look ahead. If that's a negative 2, what's going to be the parentheses here? A negative 1 and a negative 1, right? Because half of 2, well, half of negative 2 is negative 1? Yeah. But you can't forget the fact that you still have this what? 6 right here. You see, you still got that 6 right there. That's still part of the game here, part of the problem. And here's the best part. Here's where you're going to make it or you're going to mess up. Right here. Can you guys tell me I'm going to copy it over, okay? Because this is the really careful part. I'm going to copy this part over here. All right, sorry. Because this is the money part right here. It's going to make it or break it for you. Oh, by the way, if I have to add something here, I have to add something here, yes? All right. I'm going to just tell you right now, this is where you're going to mess up. This is where you're going to get it wrong. Can somebody tell me what you add right here? A 1, right? Because 1 times 1 is 1. You would add a 1 right here, right? Or I'm copied it over. You add a 1, right? Because -1 times -1 is 1. You guys agree with that? To complete the square? And if I add a 1 here, what do I add over here? If I add a 1 here, what do I add over here? A 6. What the I'm going to give you a chance to think about it. What the heck? What do you mean you add 1 and then you add 6? You guys know why? Orlando, why?
You multiply that 1 to the 6.
Correct. Remember, this is not really x squared. It was what? 6x squared. See, the 6 is still multiplying to this. This is not really a -2. It's -12x. You got to remember that a 6 has to be multiplied to it. But since right here in the parentheses is for the inside part, it is a 1. It's really, you got to multiply the 6 times a 1. And that's the one that goes over here. That's the new part. Everybody see it? All right, that's something new. There's one other part where it's new. Okay, so does everybody agree? Everybody okay with that? You add 1 here and 6 here? Okay. Now what's left? What's left on this side? Well, really, you already completed the square. So it's 6 what? X minus 1 squared, like that? Don't forget that 6. 6x minus 1 squared equals what? 24. Okay. And then see, these we've been doing, and I had a couple of these on the review, the test review, or the other assignments. Is this ready for us to solve? Is this ready for us to solve? Well, yes, because I got the completed square, but no. Because I don't want that 6 right there. Guess what? What do we do to not have that 6 right there? I can't square root both sides yet because of that 6. Divide by 6 to both sides. Boop, boop. So really, here's the problem that you're going to finish up. What is it? X minus 1 squared equals 4. That's the one you can finish up. You square root both sides. And what is that going to give you? X minus 1 equals, that's going to be a plus minus, and the square root of 4 is a nice square root of 4 is 2. It's a perfect square root number. And here's where you can give me 2 answers, right? You will be able to, don't leave the answer like this, don't leave the answer like this. You can actually write down the 2 answers here. Yeah? One of them is going to be 1 plus 2, so x equals 3. Right, 1 plus 2 is 3. The other one is 1 minus 2, so x equals. All right, we caught it? We're good? All right, that one was a super easy one because, you know, the answers worked out and everything was nice and all the numbers. Okay, let's do it again. So what's new? A couple of things, right? This number in front is the biggest deal of all. And then I mean, like I said, 96% of this you already know. Questions anywhere before I start the second one? Anybody have a question anywhere? Okay, so not too bad. Here we go, number 2. Okay, now we're going to go faster. 5n squared plus 20n plus 4 equals 5. Okay, I want the n's and the n squares on this side. I don't want the numbers here. I know there's 2 or more. They're going to try to trick you, but just move the numbers to that side. Really, it's 5n squared plus 20n on this side equals, I'm going to get 1, right? Minus 4, we're good? Okay. Then here's where I got to factor this. I don't want that number right there. Factor that out. So now it's looking like this. You guys agree? Oh, what the? Okay. Everybody agree it's a 4, right? Because 5 times 4 is 20. Yeah. Now, I know something's going to have to be added here. Right now I'm going to complete the square, and then something's going to have to be added here. But I got to look ahead a little bit of how this is going to factor out. We all know half of 4 is a 2 and a 2. So you tell me, what number do you add here and what number do you add over here? Here you add a 4, and here you're going to add a, how much?
20.
20, because you have to multiply 5 times the 4, right? 5 times 4, you got 20. There it is. That's the only thing to watch out for. It's different from before. And yeah, this 5 is still here, right? So I got this. We got this now. 5 parentheses n plus 2 squared equals 21. Is this ready to solve? Ugh. No. That's going to be what? n plus 2 squared divided. You got to divide by 5, huh? Divide by 5? Yeah. Good. It's going to be an ugly answer. That's going to be n plus 2 squared equals 21 over 5. Yeah, and then you got to square root both sides, or square root both sides. You're gonna get n plus 2 equals plus minus the square root of 21 over 5. Okay, there's something else that's happening here. It sucks. Let me see what the answer looks like. Okay. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just for this assignment, because the answers are not gonna match what's on the worksheet. Just leave it up to here. I'm gonna have to explain this on, well, not Monday. Monday's a test, but Tuesday how to finish this up. So don't finish it, just leave it up to here, because this is a whole other thing that's gonna finish off something that we haven't seen. Okay, number 3, let's look at another one. So just leave it there, and when we come back on Tuesday, well, Monday's the test, so when we come back on Tuesday and look at this, I'll tell you how you need to finish those. There's a lot of craziness that's gonna happen there. Okay, number 3. 18a squared plus 16a minus 17 equals -7. So remind me to finish that, or show you guys how to finish something like that. Okay. That's going to be 8a squared plus 16a. Keep that here. That's going to be 10. We're good? Then we got to factor that, so that's 8. Factor out the 8, that's 8 squared. A squared plus 2a equals 10. And, again, that's going to be a plus 1 and a plus 1. So what are you going to add here? And what are you going to add here? 1 here, 8 here. Okay, we got that one? Yeah. So that's going to be what? Remember, you still have that 8. So that's 8. A plus 1 squared equals 18. That's going to be a plus 1 squared equals 18 divided by 8. We're good? We're just going to get it to this part, and then I'll show you how to get the answers after. But before you square both sides, when you have a fraction, always see if you can reduce it, yeah? Can you simplify an 18 over 8? Yeah, by 2. By 2? Yeah, by 2. That's a plus 1 squared equals... No, just reduce it. 18 divided by 2 is 9 over 4? Oh, I thought you said something else. Okay. Just leave it like that. We'll talk about getting the answers from here the next time. Okay?
Sir.
One more. Let's see. Number 4. I think you got it. Let's see. This is going to look intimidating because they just try to fool you, but here it is. This is what it looks like. 5x squared plus 27x minus 37 equals negative 4x squared plus 9x minus 2. You see, they're gonna do something like this just to make it look like something you can't do or too difficult. It's not, right? We gotta move things around, organize, combine like terms. Everybody agree the x's we're gonna want on that side and the number on that side? Yeah. So that's gonna be 5x squared plus 27x, which was already there, and coming this way is a plus 4x squared and a minus 9x equals, and I already have a negative 2 over here, and what's coming over here, a plus 37? You guys agree? So now I'm gonna have, we all should have 9x squared, right? 9x squared plus 18x, is that what it is? Oh yeah, because, okay, that, yeah, of course. Equals 35. You guys see what's going on here? Okay. Okay. And then now we can start this completing the square business. I don't want that 9 right there though. I don't want that. Factor it out. Oh, well, 2 again? Come on, I don't like this. Why do we keep getting 2s? I don't know. They're not always going to be 2, okay? And, well, x plus 1, x plus 1. We still have this 9 here, but this is going to be add 1 here, add 9 here. You see it? We're good? Not too bad, huh? You think we can handle that? So that's going to be 9. X plus 1 squared equals 44. 44? Okay, and then we're gonna have x plus 1 squared equals 44 over 9. Okay, and just leave it like that. I gotta go over how to finish and get these answers right. Okay, all right. So